If you guys are looking for some fast, cheap and reliable coins, go check out buycheapfifacoins.com and use discount code Curtis for 5% off. They're the cheapest and most reliable place around. What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new episode of the FIFA 15 Big Barclays Premier League Transfers Predictions. If you don't know what this is part of a mini-series that I do where I go and predict stuff on FIFA 15. In this case, we are looking at some more of the big Barclays Premier League transfers. If you haven't already checked it out, we've done the likes of Sanchez, Balotelli and a few others. Herrera, I think, maybe in the first one. Check out that first episode. But this one, obviously, as you'll see on the screen, we've got Costa, Di Maria, Fabregas and Cabella. But before we get stuck into that, I do want to say, if you guys are looking to pick up yourself some Microsoft points or PSN cards ahead of the launch of FIFA 15, I do recommend you do so. Get them now before they're sold out. There is a link down below to G28. For example, you can pick up a £50 code for just $38.90. Absolute steal of a deal, but let's get stuck into the video. First up, we have Francesc Fabregas. Now, it's hard to talk about how amazing this guy has been already in the Premier League, being a gooner, but he has had a phenomenal start for Chelsea and he massively deserves to keep that 86 rating. I feel like if he'd stayed at Barca, he actually would have gone down perhaps to an 85, maybe even lower, but he started so strongly for Chelsea and he deserves nothing less than this. I've given him a most standout is passing of 90, his dribbling of 83 and his shooting of 79. He is one of the best passers of the ball, and like I said, just watching that first game against Burnley alone and then watching him again yesterday against Everton, everything he does looks so effortlessly good, and I do feel like he's going to be one of the big things that make Chelsea stand out and head them towards the title this season. And other than that, not really a lot else to say. Next up, we have Angel Di Maria. He's another one that actually had his debut yesterday, and although United had a resolutely bad game against Burnley, Di Maria didn't look too bad. When he started, he played 60 minutes, he had a pretty solid debut, and all around, just didn't do too badly in general. I mean, sometimes you can have a horror first game in the Premier League. I know, for example, Gervinho, obviously it's completely different sort of level, got himself sent off straight away, but Di Maria nonetheless, I do think will have an 86 rated right mid card next season. 90 pace, 85 dribbling, 83 passing, 78 shot, 56 defending and 70 physical. Now, he obviously had an unbelievable year last year. He was actually one of Real Madrid's best players and was definitely their best player in the Champions League final. Was absolutely phenomenal. So for me, I think he deserves that 86 rating and he probably will get it. Next up, we have Diego Costa. I was very torn between whether to give this guy 85 or 86 rating. I did actually tweet out just to see what people said, and everyone was going 84, 85, so I didn't feel like I could give him an 86 because I feel like some people would probably say it was a bit too generous, but for me, I think he deserves an 85 or an 86. Nonetheless, he does look like he'll be an amazing card, particularly if physicality plays as much part as it does in the beta. To have that 83 pace is brilliant, 81 dribbling, 83 shot and 86 physicality, he'll be an absolute boss. And if he has 4-star weak foot, even if he just has 3-star skill moves, it will not matter because that weak foot will be very good to have, and I'm sure he will be a monster in many Premier League sides. It's great to have a high rated player that's actually looking pretty decent. And last but most certainly not least, we have Remy Cabella. He's one of my players that is kind of like my hipster spot for this year. I really just like the look of him. Obviously, Montpellier, I've always kind of had a place in my heart for Montpellier since they won the league. I know, what a glory hunter, but since we stole Giroud from them the year after they won the league, and it's been interesting to see how they've developed over the few years. Obviously, they had Belander at the time, and he's gone off to Russia, I believe, and that kind of gave Cabella a chance to flourish, and he had a fantastic season in a poor Montpellier side last year. For that reason, I've upgraded it from a 76 to an 80 rating, 84 pace, 83 dribbling, 75 shot, 74 passing, and then some pretty irrelevant defending and physical stats. But if he gets that 4-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot, I can see him being one of those really fun to use Kevin De Bruyne-esque cams next year. And that is the end of this big Barclays Premier League transfer predictions. The deadline is fast approaching. Obviously, I'm uploading this Sunday. The deadline is tomorrow at midnight, so from the 1st to the 2nd, Monday night, midnight. That'll be the deadline, so there'll be plenty more transfer predictions for me to bring out for you guys. So let me know down below in the comments if there's any transfers you'd like to see me cover. I'm going to do the Premier League first, then maybe later on in the week we'll cover more leagues. But that's that for now. I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you did, subscribe to this channel if you're new around here. Have a nice day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.